Hey guys, guess who's back? Back again. no, hi guys. My name is Erin. This is the Superfun local show broadcasting live from the Millennium Student Center, as the station ID just said. I've been gone for a hot minute, but I am back, and I am back with a super fun band, Eddie's Munsters. Say hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
How we doing? How are you doing?
Oh, we're great. Thank you for having us today. Real
Dude,
excited.
No problem. I've been excited to have you in. So the first time I saw you was back in, was it December when you guys played the Haunt?
I believe so. Yeah.
So I'd never heard of your band, and then you played, and that show was a bit of a cluster mess.
Yeah.
We walked in and there was no sound guy, and y'all and Mr. Wilson's Heroes and
Yes, they were awesome.
hooked it up and
Great
took care of that. And you guys have a very complex setup, and we still managed to make it work with a mixer very similar to the one, right? I think actually less good.
Probably, yeah.
And it worked out.
They didn't even have microphone holders on
Right.
the microphone stands. It was brutal.
Right. So why don't we go down and introduce everybody? So to my right we have
I'm Matt Edmondson, and I'm a teacher, and my kids call me Mr. Eddie. So
Mr. Eddie.
Yes.
Where do you teach at? Just
at Wild Horse Elementary School in Rockwood, which
Oh.
all of them are listening right now. So
What's
They're all
up,
excited.
Wild
Yeah.
Horse Elementary?
Wild Horse Elementary.
What's
yeah.
up, guys? And then next up, show the mic.
I'm Jenny Jadrich, and I play the electric violin, the Viper. I taught with Mr. Eddie for many years, but I'm retired now.
Yes. And then next up.
I'm Jeff Jagist, and I joined the band about a year ago. A friend, a fellow teacher at the school. There's a big school connection. So Stacy Singer, who's a teacher at the school, knew that Matt might need a guitar player. So that's how I got into the band, and been jamming with these guys ever since.
And then last up, we have your drummer Fantastical, which you were wearing that top the first time I met you.
Yes, I was.
I know that because I have the same one. So.
I'm Sydney Ring.
And you play the drums, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta cut in and say I'm always super respectful of. Every time I see a female drummer, I'm super excited because it's not something you see super commonly, and it should be because it's anybody can play. Well, not anybody, but you don't have to be a guy to play the drum. I can't play the drums. I'm not coordinated. But and then we're missing. You have one more guitarist, correct?
Yeah, Corey. Shout out to Corey. He's over in Rolla right now. He couldn't get out of town for the weekend. So Corey Nicholas, and he's our other guitar player. Yeah.
So I do want to say real quick, the one really cool, unique thing about your band, I think, out of many, is that a lot of or all of your band members are either former coworkers or students of yours, right?
Yeah. Just starting with Sydney here. I met her when she was 5. I taught her in kindergarten music.
Wow.
And I ran into her when she was in middle school. I had to go to a meeting, and I think she was 13 at the time. And I was kind of looking to reboot the band a little, and I'm looking for a drummer. I thought, hey, she drums. And so I walked up to her and asked her, hey, would you be interested in drumming? And she kind of looked at me like, what, are you serious? I'm 13, you know? But she's been playing ever since, and she's just phenomenal.
And
so.
you're how old now? 7?
18.
18. Very cool. Very cool. And yeah, I mean, you guys have a really interesting sound. Your band's called Eddie's Munsters, which that's a throwback to the Munsters.
Sort of,
right?
yeah.
I mean, there was an Eddie Munster and then Eddie's Munsters. Is it
Sure.
because your last name's Edmondson?
Well, yeah, and again, my students nicknamed me Mr. Eddie a while back.
Mr.
So
Eddie.
we actually, I mean, these guys weren't even with me, but I was tasked to do a fundraiser for our school for Relay for Life many years ago, and I couldn't think of an idea. So I came up with the idea, I'm going to call some college buddies and just put a band together and play for the kids on the last day. So if they raise like $1,000, we'll play a concert and just a bunch of covers and stuff. But I never came up with a name, and it was a couple weeks before the show, and the staff in the office was asking me, well, what are you going to call yourself? I had no idea.
Right.
So the school nurse, Miss Mary Began, she comes out and she says, well, the kids call you Eddie. Why don't you call yourself Eddie's Munsters with the apostrophe S for owner? Like, they're your Munsters. And wow, that's awesome.
That's
So-
pretty neat.
And the name has stuck since.
So you guys have been a band for a while, obviously.
The band's been going for a while. Like I said, it's been different members for a different
Lineup
period of time.
changes.
But yeah.
And you guys have done some cool stuff since I last saw you. You played Road to Point Fest.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't go through, but a lot of bands didn't go through.
Yeah.
There were even more than normal limited amount of space for bands to go
Sure.
through this year. I don't think I'm supposed to say that, but oh well. And you know, that's fine. Most bands actually, the first time they play, don't. It takes a couple rounds,
Sure.
a couple years. So that was pretty cool. And you have some other fun stuff coming up. But before we do that, do you wanna? Can we listen to one of your songs?
Sure, that'd be great.
Now I'm gonna give everybody a warning. There might be a little bit of a delay here. We are working off of Mr. Eddie's phone today, streaming from the wonderful Reverb Nation. Shout out to Lou, who I met at South by Southwest. He's a cool guy. He runs that. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start. What is this song called?
This is just a goofy little song called Hey Yeah. One of my old guitar players from a while back had this little riff, and I decided to make it a fun little song for my students. And basically, you know, when I sing "Hey," the audience yells "Yeah, yeah" back, and it's just goofy, but it's fun and it's entertaining for the crowd. It's a way for them to participate. So,
Crowd participation is always
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Alrighty, so here we go.